Alright, during our last session, you guys had finished fighting off a ambush, and you interrogated two of your reptilian prisoners. You guys learned that your ambushers were led by an individual named Irontooth, but you didn't learn much else. You guys finally made it to Winterhaven, where, after some shenanigans, you visited Wraftons Inn and recruited your new member, Jacques, the scythe-wielding dragonborn, who had a job for you guys. You guys just finished spending the night at Wraftons Inn, had a good breakfast, you're all geared up, and you're ready to set about your day. Maybe you guys still have some business to attend to before heading out of town, but let's hear it. What are you guys doing?
Wreckage wakes up and he doesn't just eat a breakfast, he actually eats a breakfast and a brunch at the same time. Then, because he doesn't have, like, a whetstone, he goes find the armorer, or blacksmith actually, and he goes sharpen his axe. Just for the sake of sharpening it.
Alright, so while Zach starts off to the blacksmith, what are the rest of you doing?
Zaxar? Why the hell is Zaxar off to the blacksmith?
And when I said Zaxard, I of course meant Wreckage.
I guess Coltane is just gonna hang around the inn until Wreckage gets back.
Zaxard does nothing in particular.
Jacques shall go see the Lord guy. He has business to attend to. You guys can't know this business.
Well, as luck would have it, while Jacques is having his breakfast, well, I guess all of you guys are having your breakfast, you see a man walk into Wraftons, and everyone immediately starts doffing their hats or bowing their heads, and sort of saying, "Morning, my lord." So odds are this is a good candidate right here.
Or he's an imposter, just to be there for the sake of making his people feel like they know who he is. But screw it, Jacques goes to say hi and be like, rah rah rah, business stuff.
So Jacques walks up to this guy and says, "Rah rah rah, business stuff."
Exactly.
Wreckage puts his hand over his face and shakes his head, and then he says to the others, "Ah, that old man is worse than me."
Coltane looks the other way and pretends he doesn't know who Jacques is.
Zaxard starts laughing.
Okay. Oh, no, I need to recuperate.
I was
That
tempted
word.
to make Wreckage throw his porridge at Jacques.
You were tempted? You weren't going to?
So Zaxard recognizes this man as being Lord Padraig, not an imposter.
Well, anyway, I want to ask him if I could speak to him in private. So I'm like, "Oh, I have something to talk to you about that might be good for security measures."
The man raises an inquisitive eyebrow and folds his massive forearms against his barrel-like chest. He's a pretty large man, of impressive stature. He's wearing an eye patch, and you can see there's a scar beneath the eye patch. He's got a big, bushy black mustache and long hair with some gray starting to appear, and a very receding hairline. He looks at you quizzically.
I whisper to his ear, or rather not really to his ear, I just say in a low voice. In fact, not even a low voice, I shout it out! No, wait, no, I'll stick with the low voice. Yes, low voice. Anyway, I ask him, what does he know about death cults?
What?
You heard me. Wait a second, no you didn't!
Alright, so Lord Padraig frowns, almost scowling, and says, "Do you know something that I don't?"
Well, I'm here to investigate this crap.
A cult? Here? Preposterous, I say. Preposterous. He shakes his head and walks away.
Okay, I go to sit back down, because I'm like that.
You notice the elven huntress, Ninaran, is... You definitely notice that she perked up when you mentioned the cult, the death cult, and she's now staring at you.
That's some good hearing.
She is an elf.
Well, we need to go cut off those ears then, huh?
I think we should just cut out your vocal cords instead.
Your mother.
That
I'm
would
pretty
save
sure
us
that
a
being
lot
an
of trouble.
old man, by being an old man, when you say whisper, it's like you shouting because you can't hear yourself talk. Got some hair in
Hey,
your
now.
ears.
I'm not a deaf old man.
Pretty sure you were, actually.
It's called an act. I'm a very good actor. Rah rah rah.
So Ninaran sidles over to Jacques and takes a seat next to him and whispers, "A cult? You've heard about it?"
I respond, no I have not, because I'm an old man and I know nothing.
She looks confused a moment and says, "No, I heard you bring it up. You know, I'm just glad that someone else is acknowledging this. I was afraid this whole village was in league with the monsters. I've been watching the cult members. They come and go from a cave behind a waterfall, high up in a cliff to the east and south of the village. You'll need to be careful, though. I think they're in league with the kobolds."
Well, because that isn't... Yeah, kobolds and... death calls, That was out of character, by the way. I ask her, well, could we perhaps meet somewhere where we could perhaps later, maybe, I don't know, show me where this is located.